Attention visionaries and pioneers, the future of wealth is here, and it's spelled Bitcoin, Bitcoin. Introducing the exclusive Loans for Bitcoin program at the Bitcoin Ben Crypto Club, where your good credit unlocks 0% interest loans for up to 2 years, or term loans up to $250,000 spread over 7 to 12 years. Why wait? Use this capital to acquire the world's fastest appreciating asset, Bitcoin. With prices hovering around 94,000 and projections aiming much higher by the year's end, the time to act is now. Leverage isn't just for Wall Street anymore. Arbitrage the low cost of your loan against Bitcoin's explosive growth. It's smart finance for the modern investor. And privacy matters. Our no KYC Bitcoin purchase program ensures you buy and self-custody your assets in your own wallet. Your keys, your Bitcoin, your future. And as the world shifts to digital currencies, be ahead of the curve. Front-run corporations, governments, in this greatest financial revolution of our times. I'm Jay Bose, CEO of Bitcoin Ben Crypto Club. Call or text us today at 941-413-6920 and get started on that loan application. Secure your legacy. You will thank yourself tomorrow.
High on a hill was the lonely goat herd, lay, oh, lay, oh, lay, ooh. Loud was the voice of the lonely goat herd, lay, oh, loo. Folks in a town that was quite remote heard, lay, oh, lay, ooh. Lusty and clear from the goat herds the road heard, lay, oh, loo. Oh, lady, oh, lay, oh, lady, oh, lay, oh, lady, oh, lay, oh, lady, oh, lay, oh, a prince on the bridge of the castle moat, lay, oh, lay, oh. Men on the road with a load to tote heard, lay, oh, loo. Men drinking beer with their foam of load heard, lay, oh, oh. Lusty and clear from the goat herds the road heard, lay, oh, loo. Oh, lady, oh, lay, oh, lady, oh, lay, oh, lady, oh, lay, oh, lady, oh, lay, oh, lay. One little girl in a pale pink coat heard, lay, oh, lady, ooh. She yodeled back to the lowly goat herd, lay, oh, loo. And soon her mama with the gleaming goat heard, lay, oh, lady, ooh. Oh, what a duet for the girl and goat herd, lay, oh, loo. Oh, happy old day, lady, oh, lady, oh, gee, ooh. Soon the duet will become a trio, lady, oh, loo. Oh, lay, oh, lay, oh, lay, oh, lay. One little girl in a pale pink coat heard, lay, oh, lady, oh. She yodeled back to the lowly goat herd, lady, oh,
Thank you. Well, hello everyone and welcome to Women's Voices. I am Clara Bose and I am so happy to be your hostess today. Today we are talking about courage for Bitcoin. This is an awesome phrase that came to me in the spirit as I was praying about what to do today. And I love the concept of courage as an energetic exchange for money and wealth, because you have a lot to really digest there when you think about the fact that no one can make money or accumulate wealth without taking steps which require courage first. And we went to Las Vegas this last week to open a new club in Las Vegas with Bitcoin Ben over by the Strat in the Arts District. And we opened, of course, with Bitcoin Ben giving a speech, and he talked about sovereignty. And it was a really inspiring opening speech that he gave. And I've been contemplating that throughout the week and thinking about how much more there is to being a part of the Bitcoin community than just, people who are maybe interested in stocks or bonds or other ways of making wealth. The Bitcoin community is a group of people that really recognizes the power of sovereignty and the necessity for living in sovereignty. And that requires a lot of courage. And so I want to talk a little bit about this today. And I started with that song in the beautiful mountain Alps because a lot of people say we're going to go and do a deep dive today. But today we are climbing a mountain. And today we're going to climb up step by step while we're going to talk about what is all entailed in courage for Bitcoin. Now, the first concept that I want to talk about is just plain fear. I see a lot of people who write it off out of ignorance because they're just afraid of learning something new. Maybe they're afraid to humble themselves and say, you know what, I don't know anything about Bitcoin, but guess what? Nobody was born knowing about Bitcoin. This is a new concept for everyone. And it takes courage and humility to be able to say, you know what, I'm going to learn something new. Even if you're not going to make a commitment to Bitcoin, you can at least make the commitment to learn a little bit about Bitcoin. And that requires courage. The courage to say, you know what, I don't understand it, but I'm going to see if I can dive into it. And it's really a lot of fun. I myself am one of those people that I don't know about stocks. I don't know about bonds. I'm not some financial expert, but I can go to my chat GPT and just ask questions about Bitcoin. And I actually love hearing the answers that come back. So I just want to talk about the introspection that needs to happen within each of us with not only getting involved with Bitcoin, but just becoming more of a people of courage in our society today. Because one of the reasons why we left Las Vegas was because there was not a lot of courage there. When we were told to all wear a mask, there were places in the world where the communities, they didn't comply. And people just kind of said, oh, whatever, we don't care what you're trying to tell us. You're not our government. We are our government. And people did not comply. But in Las Vegas, where we were at the time, everybody was complying. I shouldn't say everybody, but it was a very, very small group of us that were not wearing masks, that were getting kicked out of every restaurant, of every business, because we were not complying with what the government was telling us that we had to do. It was a mandate. It's not a law. And most people were afraid to A, either think for themselves or B, go against the system. And I just want to dive into that a little bit because there is a lot of self-consciousness that comes with going into something new, whether it's Bitcoin or whether it's starting your own company or just branching out and living a more sovereign life, more self-governed, less of the victim mentality. And so to talk a little bit about that today, I'm going to sing a song for you that I wrote before we left Las Vegas. And I just ask you guys, just look at yourselves and just say, where was I? COVID is a really good indicator for where we all are on the scale of courage. Were we masking up? Were we, fighting the system? Were we having our own sovereignty and making our own educated decisions? Or were we just listening to the people around us? So with this next song, we've got a nice picture of Vegas. That's about where the Bitcoin Ben Crypto Club is, over there by the Stratosphere. It's in a really cool artistic community. And that was so awesome to get to be there last week. And it was very hot. We went to Barstow, which has a record high, I believe in Barstow, it gets up to 132. And it just reminded me of how many people were masking up in that intense Las Vegas heat and not even thinking about other aspects of their health, but just doing what they were told to do. So this is a song that I wrote back then during COVID.
I was just imagining Elvis Presley coming to town, just looking around. It's Sin City now. I was just wondering what he'd be thinking. A former GI. I bet he'd find a casino and cry. They're putting masks on their faces in Las Vegas of all places. My God, it's 120 degrees. Well, whatever happened to being free? I thought this was the city where we could be whatever we wanted to be. Nobody governing, people at play. They're putting masks on their faces in Las Vegas of all places. Oh, I miss the good old days. I miss the USA. Oh, I miss the good old days. I miss the USA.
Thank you. Well, one of the things that I do truly believe that we are missing in this culture and missing in this society is more people of courage. So I just ask each of us to go inside of ourselves and do that introspection, ask God, ask your guides, ask your internal wisdom to see if there's places that can be upgraded in terms of your courage. And I promise you, it even affects your pocketbook, the kinds of courage that you have in this world. And just for a couple of tips, I will say that in my own introspection on this issue, because I was not as courageous as my husband. I mean, my husband, Jay Bose, if you watch Thursdays with Dr. J, he was like off the charts in terms of courage. He was walking into Domino's Pizzas going, the mask won't save you, the mask won't save you. And he was like yelling at people and, really very outlandishly, in your face about, I'm not putting a mask, I'm not a sheep. And then there were some of us that, I complied sometimes in order to take my flights that I wanted to take or to do this or that. I didn't want to be self-conscious. Sometimes I didn't want to be the only person not wearing it. So, I really been working on that and really been noticing the difference that it makes in your life when you're not afraid to stand out and take a stand for something. So a couple of things that have helped me is one, just wearing a Trump hat. I know it's crazy, but there are so many people that do not have the courage to wear a Trump hat, even though they love him. But because of all of the things that get thrown around about Trump, they don't want to be identified with that. So if you want to up your courage, I recommend wearing a Trump hat or wearing something that makes you feel a little bit self-conscious. And that actually really helps you to boost your courage, because courage is like a muscle. You have to exercise it. You have to show yourself, you have to prove to yourself that you can move to that next step, that you can climb that next mountain. So we're going to take a quick ad, and then I've got a couple more really cool ideas to share with you guys. We'll be right back.
For years, banks promised innovation, but they gave us fees and friction and fine prints. Today, all that changes. Introducing Private Key Bank from Bitcoin Crypto Club, the world's first Bitcoin native credit union. Rebuilt from the ground up in the heart of El Salvador, a place where your Bitcoin isn't just stored, it grows. Earn 4% interest paid in Bitcoin, compounded, secured, and accessible. No middlemen, no hidden games, just your money working for you. Send funds across borders instantly, without SWIFT codes, without currency conversions. Pay anyone, anywhere, with a tap of a finger. This isn't banking as usual. This is freedom, beautifully engineered. The future of finance is finally here.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Women's Voices. You may have noticed that we are in a new studio. We are so grateful to Zoltan, our producer, who has created this gorgeous new studio for us, this new stage, and we are just loving it. So I get to have this beautiful background to support the thoughts and songs that I have to share with you. So the next thought that I have is basically how all of us collectively are experiencing a lot of commentary about how systems are collapsing in our world right now. Financial systems, and we're told, oh my gosh, the banks are going to collapse, and this system is going to change, that system is going to change. A lot of it we want internally because we know that the systems in place are corrupt. And so we're very glad about that. But then there's also a part of us that's afraid of that. And so in talking about courage today, I want to just say that that's very normal. All of us feel that this dis-ease inside of ourselves of, okay, things are going to change, but is it going to be for the better? Am I going to be, taken care of during this shift? Is there going to be a war? Are we safe? There's so much to be concerned about. But I was asking my daughter today, I said, honey, I'm doing a show on courage today. I said, what do you do when you're afraid? And she says, I go to mama. And I just loved that. And the first thing she did was just run up and give me a hug. And I thought, that's so perfect. The first thing that we always need to do when we just are feeling that fear inside of us is just go to God. God is our heavenly parent. God is our heavenly mother, our heavenly father, that place that is home, that creator of all, that already knows the whole future, already knows the whole past, the whole history, and has got us. And so I do absolutely recommend, before you make any choices with your money or your sovereignty and all of this that, we're talking about today and chewing over, always go to God first, because God knows everything there is to know about you and can help you walk through step by step all of those fears that you have. So this next song that I want to share with you is my arrangement of Adele's song Skyfall.
This is the end. Hold your breath and count to 10. Feel the earth move, and then hear my heart burst again. for this is the end. I've drowned and I've dreamt this moment, so overdue I owe them. Swept away, I'm stolen. So let the sky fall till it crumbles. We will stand tall and face it all together. Let the sky fall till it crumbles. We will stand tall and face it all together at skyfall. Skyfall is where we start. It's 1,000 miles and poles apart, where worlds collide and days are dark. You may have my number and you can take my name, but you'll never have my heart. So let the sky fall until it crumbles. We will stand tall and face it all together. Let the sky fall till it crumbles. We will stand tall and face it all together at skyfall. We will stand tall and face it all together at skyfall.
Thank you, everyone. Oh, just take a little bit of water. So, for my final thought today, I want to talk about the courage that it takes to actually accumulate wealth. Now, if you're going to be moving from basically poor to rich, that actually takes courage. And I know this from a personal example in my life, which I will share to you. But I also know this from books that I've read about the power of the subconscious mind and the way that we are used to being adjusted to a certain frequency, the way we're used to being adjusted to a certain lifestyle. And we think we really want something else, but we resist that change. And there will be many reasons why you may have a block inside of yourself, which actually associates virtue with poverty or having less. Maybe you have an internal belief system that says that you're not going to be as righteous or as virtuous if you have money. Those are bad people. Those are the wicked people that have money. Money is not what makes you wicked. It's whether or not you have given over your power to someone who is corrupt, or whether or not you have stayed aligned with your internal guidance of God leading and guiding you in the light. And we need more people who are living in the light to have the money, to have the power, and to be the ones who are helping put the laws in place and helping to be the ones who are guiding the big groups of people and the governments, because unfortunately that mentality has been very, very well accepted by the corrupt people. They're very happy to have all of the righteous people believing that they should have nothing, because now they get to be controlled by the dark side. So we really need to change that narrative, and we really need to let God guide us to being able to receiving our rewards, because sometimes God gives us something and we are too afraid to even receive it. And I have a couple examples of that in my own life. Last week, I gave the story of my love story with Jay Bose, but one of the things that I kind of saved for the talk today or for a future talk was my internal resistance to actually becoming a partner with Jay, because I was coming from a place of no power. I did not have a lot of money. I was driving like an $800 car at the time. And this is a guy who was taking his son on Disney cruises. He had a Bentley watch. He clearly had money. And I was afraid that he was going to try and control me, or that he was going to be a bad person, because I had some old beliefs about that. But fortunately, I had been doing a lot of learning about the subconscious mind, and I had been listening to a lot of reprogramming on wealth and about accepting your worthiness to receive wealth. And so even though my initial reaction was kind of my first programming of my life, which was, nope, you should probably not get involved with that person. You should stay down at the lower level where you've always been. The work that I had done, I sort of was able to open myself up. And it took me just like a couple weeks to recognize, actually, God is trying to bring me not only an amazing man, but he's also providing for me in new ways that I had not been open to before. I always thought, I'm the artist, I'm going to make my own money, and I'm, not going to partner with anybody that has more money than I do. And so God was just showing me, you know what, I'm actually trying to give you something amazing here. I'm giving you a man who is also successful and is going to be able to provide for you. And so I went from overnight having like this little $800 car to having like 5 cars in the driveway and having multiple homes. And it really was an amazing leap that I was able to make and able to maintain because of the preparation that I had already been doing on myself. And so I do encourage you guys, because I do believe that Bitcoin is going to be massively successful. And if you're not ready to receive that wealth, and if you don't already feel like you're worthy of receiving that, or that that is something which can align with your righteousness and can align with your virtues, then you'll probably self-sabotage, and you won't let yourself either let it into your life, or you'll sabotage it when it comes. So I want to help you guys with my story and the things that I've learned over my 45 years on Earth. I really have been through many, many different levels along the journey financially. And so I want to help you with the things that have been helpful for me. So the next song that I'm going to sing to you is going to be just basically a welcoming into the kingdom of heaven, because in the in the Lord's Prayer, it says that we are to pray for heaven on earth. Well, guess what? That's also going to be including the wealth of heaven on earth. We always focus on the peace. We always focus on the joy of heaven that we want, and we don't want to have any more sickness. But guess what? There's also an abundance of wealth in heaven. And so we are being asked by Jesus in that prayer to ask for wealth on earth, and then we're going to receive that, and we are the kingdom of heaven on earth. So I'm going to sing you a song about being worthy of wealth. I'm going to sing, we'll just kind of see where it goes. But these are some of the messages that God gave me that I started incorporating into my subconscious programming so that then I would be able to receive the wealth in whichever way it comes. And a lot of times it comes to you from directions that you did not expect. So here is that, as I'm going to close with this last song.
You are strong, the battle you have won. You are brave, you are here and you are safe. Welcome home, welcome home. We knew one day you'd find your way home, but we sent you a song leading you back where you belong. Welcome home, welcome home. You are worthy of great love. It is what you're created of, and I truly believe you deserve to receive. You are worthy of great love. You are worthy of great wealth. It's a gift that you give yourself, and I truly believe you deserve to receive. You are worthy, worthy. You are worthy of great wealth. You are worthy of great wealth. Welcome home, welcome home.
Thank you, beautiful people. Well, we appreciate you so much coming back and watching Women's Voices, sharing these ideas together. And I will be back next week. Thank you so much, Zoltan, for our gorgeous new studio. I absolutely love it and can't wait to see all the things we get to create from here. Thank you, Sherpa, for all the work that you do. Thank you, Jay Bose. Thank you, Bitcoin Ben. Every day I sing a little happy thank you to Bitcoin Ben. He gets a lot of gratitude from me because we just love, love, love being a part of this community. Every time I see blue and orange, my children know. What do I do, Emma? Thank you, Bitcoin Ben, for following your intuition. Blessings come forth for Bitcoin Ben. Yes, I always do. Love you, Bitcoin Ben. I sing it about how many times a day, Emma? 16? Probably. Yeah, my kids sing along. Well, anyway, love you guys. We'll see you next week. Bye. Great job, Zoltan.
Are you buying and selling cryptos on the same laptop that you're using to browse the internet, read your email, and visit social media sites? If so, you're exposing your cryptos to theft. Whenever you're online, you're at risk of getting hacked and having your identity stolen. How would you feel if someone stole all of your cryptos? What would that do to your finances? Guard your cryptos with a safe and secure laptop from CALIX Solutions. Each laptop is set up just for you and your cryptos, and then we walk you through exactly how it works. Don't risk the security of your cryptos. Order a crypto laptop from CALIX Solutions now to secure your crypto future. Learn more at calixsolutions.io.